On. Okay, here we go. So if you're able to, you're going to stand up nice and tall. You've got your feet about hip distance apart. Yeah, you're going to lift your toes, open up your feet and relax your feet down. You're going to soften your knees. You don't want to lock your knees out. Some people do have slightly hypermobile joints, so we don't want to lock it out, right? Keep them soft. Relax those feet. Lengthen up through your body, up through your spine, out through your head. Relax your shoulders down. Stack your head beautifully on those vertebrae, think golf ball and a tee. And then just take your hands and fists and let it go. Fists and let it go. Fists and let it go. Now, if you can multitask, we're going to squeeze and release. And look, I'm flexing the feet up and then coming down. Can you see? So I'm squeezing my feet up and then down. So I'm not clenching the toes. I'm lifting the toes and dropping. At the same time doing this. Just keep that going, and then if you are very stressed or tense, it just helps take it away, okay? And just do that 2 more, really tight, and then 1 more, good, release. Now make sure you've done your zip up, whether that's an internal or an external zip, you can choose. Shoulder down, tuck the chin towards the chest, take a big breath in, and exhale, look back. I don't know if any of you do the daily challenge with me, but this whole month it's all Pilates. So you're going to tuck the chin towards your chest, and as you look back, you're just going to exhale. And then I'm going to take that a step further by a big breath in and exhale back and open my jaw. And I'm just going to keep that going, nice and smooth, nice and controlled. So now all you've done is you've moved on to opening your mouth, letting your mouth hang open as you're looking back. Every time you tuck your chin towards your chest, you take that big breath in. Okay, and then we're going to move on if you can. So as you look back, open your jaw, wobble your jaw from side to side. Tuck your chin towards your chest, take a big breath in. Exhale, look back, and let's see you do that jaw woggle. I want that jaw woggle each time, yeah? I want you to keep going. Now while you're doing that, can you feel, just give me a little wave of your hand, anyone got a lot of tension in the jaw? Can you feel it? It always surprises me how incredibly tight mine is. I'm a bit of a tooth grinder as well, so I should know I've got a lot of tension now. Okay, when you're ready, bring it back down, just look directly forward. Now, tuck your chin towards your chest, take a big breath in, exhale and just roll out to look over one shoulder. Then a big breath into the middle, and then an exhale and roll out to look over the other shoulder. Don't roll from side to side. So it's always chin towards chest, exhale, roll, look over. Chin towards chest, exhale, roll to go over. And you'll feel all of it down here, these rods in your neck. Just take your time, okay? Right, good girls. Now come back to the center, bring your right ear to your shoulder, take a big breath in. As you exhale, just try and apply some pressure away. So this is almost like doing nerve flossing. So you're pushing each end and you're just stretching out. Carefully bring your head back up, and if you feel really woozy, you don't even know to put your head back up. Take a big breath in, exhale, go over to the other side. Oh, mine's so tight. And then see if you can push through. We're going to do that a couple more times, because I don't know about you, mine's very, very tight. Big breath in, exhale over. If you don't like doing this with the stretcher over the hand, you don't have to, by the way. And then a big breath in, come up. And then exhale over. Actually, I must admit though, although this is in a way torturous, it feels quite good. Oh, and then come back up. Okay, now, just do a little dive forward and open. A little dive forward. Now, each time you do your dive forward, cross a different hand over. Now, get used to, as you're diving, rolling into your belly, not popping your belly out. Because remember, your zip's done up, isn't it? You'll know if you're doing it because your waistband will almost dig into your tummy. Yeah, we're good? And Nina, it's very lovely to actually see you. She's been a good girl. She's been having her links, and sometimes it's been you that's kept us going. Now, as you get used to this, go a bit deeper and then open a bit higher. Go down, and anyone who's been training me with this week, you might be aching. I'm aching here so bad, that bit, it's mental. So you've got your dive forward gentle and just a shoulder roll back, and then if you feel good, you take it into a double, you pull down. Just make sure that every time you dive forward, it's a different arm in front. All the time your zippies are done up, you're breathing, your feet are relaxed onto the floor, yes? Good girls, let's see that once more. All right, good. Now, just stay up. Now, half lever, circle one arm back, then the other. Circle one arm back, then the other. Now, try and keep your hips facing me and try not to be flaring your ribs, so you're not doing like this. Now, if you can, do both arms back and down. Imagine there's a pencil sticking out that elbow and you're drawing circles on the wall at the side of you. They can be tiny circles or they could be big, big circles. You can choose. All right, good girls. Keep that going for me. Lovely. Now get your hands, reach your fingertips up as high as you can and then go over to the side. Like we're almost going, come on, sun, come out. Yay! And then stretch either side of your ribs. Stretch up. And then over, and really, really stretch out of your fingertips. Really stretch, it's lovely. Keep your zip done up the whole time. Do that once more to each side. And then the next time you come back down, roll your shoulders down, take your arms in front. Crocodile or alligator arms. We're gonna do our archer arm. Take a big breath in, just come to the shoulder. Exhale, close. Other side, big breath in, keep your fingers in contact with your body. Exhale, close. Try that slowly, keeping your fingers just coming to your shoulders, almost like you're stroking up your arm. Yeah, try and stroke. Okay, and then if you're ready, we'll take it further. We'll take a big breath in, we'll exhale and open. We'll take a big breath in, exhale and close. Big breath in, exhale and open. Big breath in, exhale and close. Now, first of all, I started so your hands are in line with your body. Now you can have your hands open or in line with your body, it's up to you, whatever feels better. Keep your zip done up, keep your hips facing the front. Remember, now and as well, if you're feeling really good, you can just do it in 2 breaths. 1 big breath in and 1 exhale. If that doesn't feel right, keep it 4. Okay, coming back down, put 1 hand on your tummy, 1 hand on your lower back. Do your tilts forward and back. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Remember, especially as you tilt your pubic bone forward, don't pop, as you tilt back even, don't let your tummy pop out into your hands. Keep that area engaged, that zippy area done up. And remember, we're not doing this, we're just rocking from the pelvis. A few different ways you could imagine doing this. You can imagine you are a grandfather clock and your pendulum is swinging. Or you could imagine you are a man with an erect willy and you're tucking it into your belly button and away. Whatever works for you. Then you're going to put your hands on your hips, you're going to keep your feet firmly on the floor, and you're going to circle 5 times in one direction. And if you can, you are really going to circle. You're going to really tilt under, really stick out your bum, and then you're going to reverse. And when I ask you to do this, I mean like exaggerate it. Really, really push round. Okay, good. Then I'm going to start coming down into the hips a little bit more. So I'm going to start with the leg raises. So I'm just going to lift up 1 leg, then the other slowly, just bringing it up. Using my core muscles, my hip flexors, my quads, all of that goes to helping stabilise and strengthen your hip. Yeah, I can feel see where I've got my hand, I can really feel my core muscles, just this simple movement. Think how many times you lift and lower your legs in a day. Now what I'm going to do is lift, extend, in and down. Worst case scenario, you can do this in a seated position if you need to. So if you need to sit, you can. If you can stand, great. Keep it going. Lift, oops, extend. And if you're a bit wobbly on your feet, just do a low one. Now if we can, we're going to take it 1 step further. I'm going to lift it up, extend, point and flex, then come back down. Lift it up, point and flex, come down. Do that once more each side for me. Your mat work is incredibly important, but this starting bit is as well. Think how much time you spend standing. Okay, stop. Taking the hips 1 more stage. I'm going to do hip cars today, not circles. Even if hip cars is too much for you, you can do your circles on the floor. So everyone pick your knee up, open, rotate and down. Up, open, rotate and down. So you can literally tell what's going on. That ball and socket joint rolling in and coming down, yeah? Try and get your balance. Obviously, fingertip on the wall or the side is fine, but remember as well, the more we challenge our balance, the more you have quality and longevity of life. Because remember, especially in older adults, once you have a fall, you're pretty much stuffed. I know that sounds horrible, but it's true. Once more each side, up, open, in and down. Last time, up, open, in and down. Now of course I'm going to work down to the knees, so either your fist between your knees or your block. Keep your feet firmly on the floor. 5 circles slowly in one direction. Lengthen through the spine, still keeping the core muscles contracted. And then the other fist in, and 5 the other way. Slow and controlled. And then when you've done that, roll back up to standing, and we're going to start thinking about our feet, ankles, calves. So when you can, we're just going to push and pull through one foot and the other. Now, as you do this push and pull, don't let your ankles roll out or in. Just literally push yourself right up and try and put a little bit more pressure through that ball of the foot. Let those toes splay out. Now, I can really feel this. I've got a lot of tension across my feet, which I didn't realise, and my ankles, funny enough. And then, if you can, we'll change to rocking up and rocking back. Up and rocking back, but not gripping your toes. If you need your fingertips on the wall to do this, of course you can. Just nice and smooth. Think about your core muscles as well. Remember, zip it up. Relax your shoulders, breathe. Good. Stop. Lift one foot just off the floor a little bit. Circle your ankle one way. 5 in one way. 5 back the other. Do you know what's it's really fascinating to do this, then change. You go through stage and you think it's nothing, you just take it for granted, and sometimes you do it and you're like, oh yeah, oh my god, they're really tight. That's me today. Okay, you good? We're going to start rolling down to take you to the mat, alright? You're going to do 10 rolls. Don't worry if you lose count. I'm terrible at counting and talking and doing. I'm really bad. Roughly 10. Tuck the chin towards the chest, take a big breath in. Slowly exhale and try and roll into yourself. But I want you to concentrate on rolling into yourself more than how low you go. Then hang. Big breath in and slowly exhale and roll back up. Now, when I said roll into yourself, if you literally almost pull your ribs in, so you feel like your ribs in your tummy, that's more rolling in. Obviously, if you can put yourself against the wall, that's even more fantastic. So whichever way you want to do. And even if you are doing against the wall, you'll have your bum, shoulders and head on the wall, feet slightly away and roll down. And then stack back up onto that wall. That's really nice. So if you haven't tried that on the wall, I would highly recommend it. I'm going to ask you to keep going. I'm just going to keep a little check on you. Yeah, that's the only thing. If you do it on your doors though, make sure they're shut properly. You know, they're not going to go flying off. That would be bad. Keep rolling. I'm just adjusting the laptop down. So if you've got a weird view of my boobs at the moment, I do apologise. That's just so that I can bring you down to the floor. I'm also just going to tie my hair back so that when I am doing this, I don't look like a strange banshee with no face. Keep it going nice and smooth. Keep those zips done up. I'm hoping you're gradually going lower and lower each time. Just take your time. If anyone feels dizzy or sick or anything, obviously you let me know. Okay, you should be coming to the end of that 10, I would have thought. So I'm going to bring myself down. Obviously I haven't built up, which is naughty, but you know. If you can get your hands to the floor, that's fantastic. If you need to bend your knees to do it, that's also great. And then we're going to walk it out into a plank position. I'm just actually going to dust my mat off first. Literally with a duster. Don't know any dog hairs anywhere, which is probably surprises you. You're going to walk it out into your plank position, whether you did that in straight legs or knees down, it doesn't matter. You can choose, but when you do get there, Caroline, so you just do it with your straight legs obviously. You're going to hold your plank, you're going to hold your plank and you're going to breathe. You're going to hold it there. You're going to keep your zips done up, your shoulders relaxed, you're going to squeeze between your shoulder blades. Those of you with straight legs, Caroline, this includes you, just don't whack it down. Slowly tap one knee down and then push the heel away so you get stretched to the arch of your foot. And those of you with your knees down, you'll do the opposite. You'll straighten the leg and then bring it down. And you're going to try and do that 10 times for me. You should feel that quite challenging on your abdominals. It should be quite strong. Shh! Stop it. Stop that. You're going to do that 10 times. Once you've done your 10th one, if you're able, you will sit back on your heels. Nice and wide, you let your body sink down in between your legs. Yeah? And you'll relax down. Don't worry if you keep going, that's fine, I'll keep talking to you. When you are down, there's going to be a big breath into your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. So I'm going to stretch my arms out behind me, relaxing my shoulders, relaxing the back of the hands into the floor, and just literally relaxing. From here, I'm going to bring my arms in. I'm going to try and take my knees as wide as I can. For me, I'm going to not lie, it's really hard. I hate this stretch. I've kept my toes together today because at the beginning I find it easier. Carry on, can you do that with that knee? Yeah, you're all right. Just take your legs as wide as you can. Try and keep your bum on your heels and feel that all opening up in your groin. Keep breathing. I don't know why I find this so hard. I always do, it's really awful. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come and lay flat down on your tummies with me. Come and lay down. Right, we've been gradually integrating planks or leg pull prone back in over the last few lessons. I'm just going to take that to a different level today. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask you, so I'm looking at you because if I'm looking at the mat, I'm mumbling. Tuck your nose under and rest your forehead on the mat. So you look down at the mat. So you're going to be hearing me, not seeing me for a moment, yeah? Now with your feet, either turn your toes in and drop your heels out, or if you've got crampy feet today, tuck your toes under and just drop your heels out so your bum and thighs are as relaxed as they can be. While you're laying down there, with your arms, I want you to try and relax your shoulders, but sort of straighten your arms, but they won't be right up next to you, because your shoulders need to be down. So you'll find your arms a bit, Lois, shush! Lois is digging in the bin bag, I don't know why. Lois! Stop it, please. Your arms are out either side of the mat, your nose is resting on that mat, and you're going to try really hard to do up your core muscles. Can you do it? Can you pull your zippers and your imaginary zippers away from the mat? But can you relax your shoulders completely? Are your arms pointing up so they're up next to your head? Your elbows aren't down next to your body, are they? Relax your bum and thighs. Okay, when you're ready, ladies, take a breath in. Just hover your face off the floor. And when you're ready, gently extend one arm up and down. Extend the other leg up and down. Arm. Now leg. And then the other leg. So I'm just hovering my face off. And I'm just lifting one arm then the other. Then one leg then the other. Now, especially when you do the leg, try not to lift too high. We try not to push our tummies, our belly bits, or our ribs into the floor. Can you do it? Keep it going for me. Keep it going for me. Just gently try and extend that straight arm up. And then the other one. Just try. Keep your zips done up. All right, that looks good. Now this is quite hard. Your face is hovering off the floor, but your neck shouldn't be stressed. If your neck is, you put your head down and just have light pressure. And now when we're ready, we're actually going to do opposite arm and leggy. Are you ready? Here we go. Opposite arm and leg. And then if you can, I'm going to actually flex a little bit, lift just a tiny bit. Look, can you see? I've lifted just a tiny bit. It's no good lifting a lot, because if you lift a lot, your tummy will be pushed into the floor and you'll be squeezing your bum and you'll take it away. It's no good. So really small. If you can't add the lift, that's all right. Just keep your head down. I'm going to ask you to do 10 more from now, and I want them so damn slow, all right? Try and keep your ribs drawn in. That's just why you've got to do this slow. Try to pull your zip away from the floor and your belly button and your ribs. If anyone tells me it's easy, I don't think I'm going to believe you. I'm going to use every single bit of concentration. As you lift, you'd be blowing yourself away from the floor. As you come down, you'd be breathing in. Oh, you're right. And when you've done your 10, of course, you can just relax, collapse down. Just rest your head, look out to the side, relax your feet and just lay down and think, oh my God, Emma, that was tough. because it should have been. Are you okay? All right, when you're ready, I'm going to ask you to roll over onto your side. You might want to bring your yoga block to put under your head or your cushion, and you might want to put your face on the front of it. Now look, shoulder. I laid down, left my shoulder there, and my whole waist is on the floor. No good. I need to tuck my shoulder under. Yeah, then I'm going to bend my legs up so I'm on my side. And this is important. Look at my hand. I can get that hand all the way under there from my shoulder down to my hip. If you can't, you need to adjust your shoulder under and then rest your head on the block. Are you all right? Okay, we're going to do some hip mobility and then some hip strength. Okay, so we're going to do the circles first, and we're actually going to do it with a bent leg today. So start at this 90-degree angle, relax your feet, and you're just going to start circling back and down with a bent leg. So where you're going to imagine your pencil is today is actually on your knee. You're actually going to imagine that pencil sticking at your knee, and you're trying to draw circles. So I'm not going back here, I'm keeping my knee here and I'm circles. Can you do it? Yeah, can you do it? It's quite hard because this is the mobility move. Keep breathing, I'm circling away. Now bring it down, give your leg a little rub before it builds up too tight. And then I'm going to try and reverse my circle. Lift it up and circle the other way. So instead of circling away and circling in, try and pull your waist away from the floor. Come on, we can do this. We're aiming for 10, but if you need to stop at 2, 3, 5, it's fine. Oh my God, that was harder than I was expecting. Anybody else? Yeah, I'm actually doing a clam now, but I don't know if I want to. Right, I'm going to give you 2 clam options. Clam option 1 is a 90-degree open close. Pretty mean. Option 2 is take your feet in line with your bum and do a half open and close, keeping your feet in line. So you've got 2 options. I'm actually going to go to the baby one today because I ate. When you're ready, let's go. So slowly lift and slowly lower. Keep your hips facing me. Keep it going for me. Try and keep those hips facing the front. Try and keep your zip done up. Keep going for me, nice and slow. Yeah, aiming for 10. If you get to 10, that's fantastic. If you don't, no stress. When you have done your 10th one, if you are able, you bring that top leg up and over, and you just give it a little rub and a little massage, because it probably is thinking, what the hell? Are you okay? When you feel like you are done, you will then bring both legs back up to a 90-degree angle in front of you. And before I move on to the other side, I'm going to do your opener here. All right, are you ready? So remember, we've done arch your arms. It's just like that, but laying on your side, that's all. So we start off slow and hands in contact. Big breath in, bring it to your shoulder. Exhale, come forward. Just do that a few times. To be fair though, we did such a beautiful mobility warm-up. You might be ready to go straight in. I am. So I'm going to do a big breath in and exhale and open. A big breath in and exhale and close. I felt fine, so I'm going to do a full opener. You don't have to do it, so I'm going to go big breath in and I'm going to take it, exhale. If you feel like you're running out of breath, remember it's a big breath in and exhale and open. A big breath in and exhale and close. If you feel you're working good with your breath, big breath in, exhale, close. Now I'm going to ask you to keep going. Keep your knees in line, keep your hips facing me. So when you're doing this, you can feel this stretch from your waist all the length of your spine, releasing your shoulders. So you feel good. It should feel fantastic. Are you all right? I'd like you to do just 4 more. Just 4 more. So you might be staying with this. You might be doing an opener. I'm doing it faster to remind you. You might be doing a full open. It doesn't matter. You do what feels good for you. When you are done though, come back in. Almost hug yourself in. Just relax. And then I'm going to push myself up to seated. I'm going to come up to seated. I'm going to stay upright. I'm going to hug around my legs. I'm going to tuck my chin towards my chest. I'm going to feel that amazing stretch and wiggle through my mid to upper back, neck and shoulders. And then I'm going to exhale, sit really tall. I'm going to point and flex my feet. And I'm going to bring my arms back down and bring my legs back in. I'm then going to take my block to the other side, and I'm going to come and lay down, still facing you, but on the other side. All right? Make sure that block is to the front. And again, look what I do. I'm so used to it. I tuck my shoulder under, I thread my arm, and I'm in the right position. I always do find this side harder to get comfy though. So girls, don't be afraid to have a good wiggle around, because if you're laying in, it just doesn't feel right. You won't be able to enjoy your movements so much. 90-degree angle, legs stacked, ribs pulled away, arm relaxed. Again, if you're having trouble, bend it up. I can't quite get this shoulder right today. I do ache from training a lot actually. Zips done up. We're going to do our hip mobility work. Yeah, we're going to try and do our circles out and then our circles back. When you're ready, remember it's like there's a pencil attached to your knee. That's where your circles are today. You'll feel this, but I don't want your glutes to completely take over. Yeah, so keep your zip done up. Think about the circle you're doing. Yeah, I'm keeping my hips square to the front. Now you can stop and rest in the middle, or you can then reverse, and I'm trying to do about 10. I'm trying to keep my pencil going. Some of you will be doing big circles, your knee will be coming right up to your boobs, and others you won't at all. Just do what you can. And then when you've done them, bring your leg up in front, give it that release. Don't worry if you're still going, the slower the better really. And then you're going to do your clams. We're going to do 10 clams, either from a 90-degree angle or feet back, and doing a half clam. Slowly, let's go. Your hips stay facing forward. Oh my God. God, this is absolutely killing me today. Who knew, eh? Pilates, I'm dying. Keep your zips done up, keep breathing, keep it slow and controlled. And remember, don't put the legs back together. You can feel all those muscles, tendons and ligaments working to support around that hip joint. When you've got to your 10 or the amount you can cope with, you can bring that leg in and give it a nice rub again, because it'll need it. When you have completed that, I come back up to my 90-degree angle and I get ready to do my opener, or my arch arm on its side, whatever you want to think of it. I take my big breath in and I come back to just my shoulder. And I exhale back. Now this side is tighter, so I'm going to take a bit longer to build up. I'm going to take my big breath in, I'm going to exhale and open the arch really tight. And exhale. So I'm keeping my fingertips in line with my body to start. I'm really working with the breath, because the breath is what's going to make this work. And I'm going to go full in. I'm going to keep my hips, knees and toes facing you. Keep it smooth, work with your breath. So if you are up to one whole big breath in and one whole exhale out, fantastic. If you're not, that's good as well. Just do what you can. Go with what feels right for you, please. Oh my words, so tight. Nice and smooth. Keep your zippies done up. And then just do a couple more, and then we should be at our 10. And when you're done, just sort of bring yourself into like a little cuddle. Give yourself a little cuddle. Hopefully you're feeling great, but if you are feeling a bit like traumatized today, a little cuddle's good. All right, when you're ready, I'm going to take you over onto your back. So over we go. Blocks out, not under your head. If you've got a ponytail, you might want to adjust. Are you all right? Yeah, I hope you're good. Okay. Whew. When you're ready, I'm going to do my single leg slide. Now again, listen to me girls. If any of you are having trouble with your pelvic floor or anything, you can do this up on the block. Let me just show you the option. The block option would be then you're tapped down. Yeah? Because it takes away intra-abdominal pressure. I'm going to just do here. And I'm going to do my single leg slide. Yeah? But you've got options. So when you're ready, ribs drawn in, zips done up. I'm in neutral spine. I've got the natural curve to my back. I'm going to take my arms up and drop my shoulders down. I'm going to slowly exhale and slide one leg away and breathe in, bring it back. I'm going to slowly exhale and slide the other leg away and breathe in. But the slower the better. When I do that, I can feel this whole length of me Really working, really tightening, really smooth. I have got to tell you something funny while we're doing this, girls. I want you to concentrate on what you're doing. So I put up a reel last week, and I was actually in my sports bra and leggings. And the only reason I did it was you could actually really see the muscles in my tummy working to show how the movement was. Normally I don't do that, but it looked good, so I put it up. I've had so many people I've had lots of nice stuff, but so much niceness being called anorexic, you know, and then I've had loads of people going, oh what, yeah, really low body fat, you're only about 12%. And I'll tell you what, it's really made me laugh, because number one, I'm far from anorexic. I eat so much food, it's unbelievable. And my body fat percentage is, it's not 12%, let's put it that way. It just, you know, it's really weird. People are so judgmental, it's fascinating. I was just thinking about the core when I was saying that. Slowly exhale, slide away, one arm, one leg. Opposite arm and leg if you can. If you find you're arching your back or popping out your tummy, don't do it. The thing is, we've all got muscles. Generally speaking, for women, you generally don't see, you know, like a six-pack. It's very difficult because, again, because of the way we carry body fat, our body fat percentage, it's unusual. You know, we don't. I just have days where I look leaner than others, that's all. And that's only there. You want to see the amount of body fat and cellulite I've got on my thighs, blimey. Just haven't got it in my tummy, that's all. You know, we're all different. Slowly sliding away and then come back in. Now I've got another little one for you. I'm going to do double. If doubles is too much, again you could have had your legs up on your block and tapping down, or you're here with me. I'm going to do double arms and legs. That might be a step too far. You might find that you can do double legs but a single arm. See how you feel, what you fancy doing. And if it's too much for you, mix it up, do a single double. But really controlled. Can you feel that core connection? I can literally feel the connection from just my bra bands down. I'm not arching my back, I'm not popping out my tummy. Just do a couple more for me, and then I want you to bring your legs into your body. I want you to grab your ankles, take your knees wide, and just lay here and relax. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale and just sink into your mat. Let your legs open up as much as you can, let gravity help. I am going to do another hip exercise. I'm going to grab my yoga block, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to hold it here. Now at the minute I'm just squeezing, look, squeezing that yoga block between my legs. Girls, you can have your legs over your body if you're finding it hard to stay neutral, or you can come into neutral here, which just means you're not pushing your lower back into the floor. But if you're arching your back, I'd rather you had your legs over your body. Now at the moment I'm just squeezing the block, yeah? But now look, I'm going to hold the block with one hand, and I'm going to slowly take one leg away. I'm kind of holding my knee against it and then come back in. And I'm going to do that 4 times on one side. Yeah, the leg that's opening, I've kept that arm on the floor. Every time I come back in, I'm actually going to squeeze my knees together, and then I'm going to open. Keep your zip done up. And then I'm going to swap the hands over in the arm, and I'm going to do the other leg just for 4. Nice and controlled. But I hold that block so I physically squeeze it when I come back, yeah? Are you okay? So you should, not only are you strengthening all around that hips, your pelvis, your lower back and your glutes, your core muscles should be, you should be very aware of those right now. Now I'm going to go to the other side for 2. I'm kind of pushing my knee against that block, which is quite tough. And then I'm going to go to the other side for 2. Woo. Okay, now I'm going to hold the block with both hands as long as I can keep my shoulders down. I'm going to take both legs out as wide as I can, and I'm going to squeeze that block when I come back in. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to squeeze that block when I come back in. Really good squeeze. And tell me if, afterwards, remember, if you can feel your core just that little bit more up that zippy area. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to hold it. Now, if your hips are getting tired, I want your legs back on the floor. If you're feeling okay, we'll keep our legs up. We're going to do half windscreen wipers. So it's either here, feet on the floor, that one, yeah, or it's legs up here, going over, big breath in and then the other way, or it's straight legs, over, and back in, yeah, you choose. Go dead slow though, ladies, and keep your palms up and keep your shoulders on the floor. Slowly exhale away. And if you don't, my move is not very big, but it's very, very, very effective. When you do this on the floor, it's definitely more mobility. When you lift the legs off the floor, you've got some mobility of your spine, but it's a very strengthening core exercise. I'm going to do one to either side, but I'm not swinging from side to side. That's important you don't. Oh. Okay. Then I'm going to release the block and grab my ankles again. I'm just going to try and roll if I can, not too much, just to loosen off and do little tiny circles to the back of my pelvis. And then I'm rolling the other way, little circles across. You good? I hope you're good. Now I'm going to bring it down. I want to do a shoulder bridge next. You have literally got 3 options today. Option 1 is your shoulder bridge from the block, and I'll take the block away halfway through. Option 2 is shoulder bridge, traditionally taught, bum on the floor, maybe block between your knees. And option number 3, which I am going to do today because I love it, is I'm going to do elevated, which I still find the best. Are you alright? So, whichever position you've chosen to do, if it's feet on the floor, get your feet up close to your bum. If you're with me, I've got my 90-degree angle, my feet are on flat. If you are using a door or anything, make sure it's a firm and the door's shut, you're not going to fly. Yeah? You ready? And if you're lifting off the block, you'll have a minimal amount of movement, but it'll be good. Do up your zips, internally preferably. Tuck your pubic bone towards you, and then just bring it down. We're doing tiny little tilts first. Even here with me, you're not lifting too high yet. Gradually build up. Think about your breathing. Remember, it's a big breath in and an exhale lift. And then a big breath in and an exhale lower. Remember, you're filling up with energy or petrol, and you're exhaling using up, and then coming back down. Now, if you're doing the wall version with me, I tend to find it better to do a big breath in to lift, and an exhale down to lower. Yeah, so I moved away from my traditional 4 breaths to a 2. I want you to just concentrate and see. Now that's the first time I've ever done this wall one and been a little bit jerky on the way down. I must be quite tense today. I want you to keep going, so I want to come and check you out. Keep going for me. Whichever version you're doing is absolutely fine, but take your time. Lovely. Now, if you're using your block, could you take your block away so you start getting that deeper movement? But take the block away when you're tilted up. Don't just take it away. That's it. Nice and smooth. And if you find you're a bit wobbly, put your block that was under your bum between the knees. Sometimes having that focus of squeezing that will help you use your pelvic floor more as well. You don't have to, it's up to you. Okay, excellent. Keep breathing, keep going. Think about each vertebrae lifting, each vertebrae at a time lowering. How about arms? Should we add the arms in? If you've got your elevated legs, just be careful because your arm line does feel different when you're lifting there because they feel they're heavier. And gently come down. Just keep it smooth. And we're going to do this 4 more times. Now the arms, I'm just going with pointing my fingertips up to the ceiling, but you can take your arms all the way up next to your ears, but look, you've got to really work to keep your ribs in when you do that. The minute you take your arms away, the temptation to flare your ribs is massive, but we're going to try really hard not to. I'm bringing the back of the hands towards me, and then the back of the hands down. I'm going to do one more, nice and smooth. And then I'm going to bring it down and relax. Now I'm going to do something very slightly different with you. I'm going to get you to take your figure 4. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to keep your, actually do this one so you can see me better. Free your ankle. Now some of you, the minute you took your leg into this position, you'd have felt it quite tight around your glute and hip. Can anyone feel that? It might feel a bit tight.
But make sure, look, release through your ankle. Now, if you want to just stay there with your foot on the floor, stay there. If you want to grab the leg that's on the floor and, oh my gosh, oh my God, sorry, ow, pull it into your body, you can. And if you can't do that, you need more. Just push yourself up onto your forearms and come up. Just so you've got a bit more stretch in that run. Can you all feel that? Give me a little wave. Do you feel it? It's probably quite tight. Okay, and then I'm just going to swap it over. I'm going to take the other leg up. I'm going to attempt to angle my knee away from my body. This side is a lot looser for me. I'm going to rotate my ankle one way, rotate the ankle the other. I'm going to reach through, pull that leg in. Yeah, this one's much better. The other one was really tight. And again, see, even now, with everything we've done this morning, I've got one side a lot tighter, so that's giving me an imbalance through my body. So I'm just going to try and get rid of it, basically. And then gently, oh my gosh, release. Are you okay? Yeah? Now, put both legs into your body. Now, girls, start off, get your knees wide, so if your tummy or your boobs are in the way, it doesn't matter. Just rock your, look, tuck. I'm using my hands, look. I'm using my hands to just bring my knees towards me so my lower back's coming off the floor. Adding this straight in after shoulder bridge should be quite nice. Can you feel that? Now, control it a bit more so you actually realise it's your lower abdominals doing all the work. Now, if you're okay with that, lift your head up, picture your knees, and now just rock. As long as you're comfortable on your mat, you're not rocking on a hard floor, I want you to just keep rocking. And I just want you to keep rocking, and then so each time you'll come up a little bit higher, so you're almost balancing. And I want you to keep doing that. So each time you're going to come up a bit higher until you're balancing. But look, and then you're going to keep going. So you're actually now doing rolling back, rolling up a ball without even realising it. But I've made it slightly harder. You're doing a balance at the top. Only briefly. Now change that to a V, legs on the floor and stretch forward. Oh my, and then roll back again. And then come up and V legs and stretch forward. Can you do it for me? Yes, lovely. Keep going, go on. When you do your V legs, look, stretch, leave your boobs, look, lean forward more. So shoulder blades back, the chest is forward. Keep going, go on. Could you do that for me 6 more times, please? Keep going, girls, look good. Look really good, actually. It should feel really nice. Now, when you've done your 6th and final one, which won't be yet, but you're close, you'll stay up. You'll straighten your legs out. You'll sit into your L sit again. You'll point and flex your feet. Then you'll swish your arms round and you'll hug your legs into your body. And you'll drop your chin towards your chest and you'll wiggle your feet. Now, you will have a few options to get back up to standing. Option 1 is to roll back, push yourself and stand up. That's option 1. Option 2 is to flick your legs round behind you. Tuck your toes under, walk it back and roll back up. Choose the option that works for you to get up off the floor. And if there was another option, that's fine, just get, oh, I like mine. Whatever works, really. Okay, but the idea was hopefully it was a smooth one. Okay, we're almost at the end. We need to do a standing balance. So you know I normally go through, it's normally tree pose or crane that I normally choose, yeah? So I'm going to do crane today. Oh, and then last week I think I did books on our heads, drawing the lines in the sand. So that's going to be our 3 options. Actually, no, I better stay with that one again. Let's do that one again then. I brought back an old favourite. We'll do it again. If you're feeling really good today and you've got yoga block, you can stick it on your head. I was actually shocked mine fell off. I wasn't impressed. Right, so you're going to have very good imaginations for this, girls. So those of you who used to come to me at the leisure centre, this is a throwback to the leisure centre. We've imagined we're on a beach reading a good book. We stood up in our bikinis, we put our book on our head. Yeah, mine's definitely going to fall off. I'm going to blame my hair. Keeping my zip done up, I'm going to take a big breath in. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to try and draw a line in the sand behind me with my toe. I'm just going to hinge forward a little bit. And then I'm going to take a big breath in. Then I'm going to exhale and slide again, the other foot. And just keep my toe in contact with the floor and then come back again. And I'm going to do it again. I'm exhaling, drawing a line in the sand with my big toe. My supporting leg is bent. And I'm going to come back in.
You don't have to have a yoga block on your head, by the way. Okay, now, I managed to do that, so I'm going to take it one step further. Oh, now the block just fell off and I didn't even move. I'm going to... oh well. I'm going to slide it out and lift and come back down. You must keep your support neck bent. I'm going to slide it out and lift. So what I've done is you can keep going. You can keep your toe in contact with the floor the whole time if you want, or you can actually go for the almost into the crane position. You choose. That's fabulous. Caroline, you little gold stars. Some of you'll find you'll be lifting your arms, they naturally fall forward. And it's when you swap the legs over that's the key. Okay, keep it going for me. Oh, look at you, good girls. Just make sure you're not adding stress to your body. One more to each side and then we're going to stop and we'll just do our fingers work. That's good, well done. Can't believe some of you get those blocks on your head the whole time. Impressive stuff. Good girls. Right, last little bit, so stand tall, hands. Yeah, we did a bit at the beginning when I did the stress stuff. Yeah, that was quite nice. So do some stress stuff for me, but we're doing it quick. I'm not doing it for long. So just that. Very, very good for the hand joints. Keep that going. Now we're just going to turn them up, turn them down. 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 Turn them up. Now we're going to go in and out. Oh, can you do that? It always fascinates me how hard that is. And then one, then the other. Then circles, one then the other. Oh yeah, mine are really awkward doing that. And then one then the other back in. And then both out. Both in. Can you feel that all up your forearms, by the way? I don't know if you can see that, look. You can see all the muscles up now. So this works for your hands, your wrists, your forearm, your elbow. Okay, now, join your hands. Prayer hands. Big breath in. Exhale, push. Big breath in. Exhale, open. Big breath. Exhale, open. So basically I'm doing that, and then open. So keep going for me, and that's for your fingers. Can you feel that for your fingers? Yeah? Do two more for me. But push it away. Open, don't pop your tummy out when you're doing that, and one more. There you go, good. Now put your hands back together, give them a rub. Get some friction in there. Right, and don't laugh what I'm about to make you do. Now, those nice warm hands. Do little circles up your jaw. Start here. Do little circles. So I'm pushing these two fingers in all the way. Oh, and when you get to, oh, anyone else is tight here? Get to that big muscle just there. Do those circles there. You feel that? I'm sticking my thumbs in the bottom as well when I'm doing that. I find it gets involved. And then come back down again, come back down again, come back down again, come back down again. And then we're going to finish off going up, going up. Keep going, yeah, up. Those of you got no tightness at all, you'll be thinking, what the hell are we doing? Those of you have to be like, oh yeah, look at that. And then release. You're done! Feel good? Roll your shoulders back and down, roll your shoulders back and down. Roll your shoulders back and down, keep your ribs in, and then Zoom crew come back to me and talk to me, and catch up crew, let me know how you get on.